I want y'all to know that I'm still trying to make this video. And the reason why I can't make this video is because I'm having a hard time connecting my Elgato lights right now. So this is probably gonna be put into the video, and I don't know. This is one of the reasons why I want to get rid of this. I'm not having fun with it, and I'll tell you more. Just this is a part that I had to get off my chest. This is really annoying. I should have gathered my thoughts, and I did not. So I'm here to let you know this is going bye-bye. Out of here. Now, this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. You guys know pretty much all there is to know with the specs and everything like that. Very, very cool device. Amazing, amazing, amazing innovation. But only reason why I got this device, let's just go to the backstory a little bit, because I don't want you guys to think that this is that type of video of a review. It's not a review, and I want you to understand why I'm getting rid of this phone. Why did I get the Galaxy Z Fold? Because my iPhone 14 Pro Max was defective. I dropped it way too many times, and many times, and I'm talking about on rocks, on dirt, on gravel, and it's gotten damaged eventually because I was getting careless with it. So that's my fault. If I drop this once, I think this will break, and that's just my opinion, but I don't know. I'm not going to test that out. I want to send this back right now. So again, great craftsmanship, but number two is sitting right in front of you guys. The ecosystem. Android ecosystem, it is garbage. And I'm sorry to say, I know some of you guys are Android fans, and I want to say between the sound, the alerts, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I don't have iMessage, I don't have FaceTime, and I use those things heavily. The camera's okay, it's not the best, but it's okay. I am a heavy Mac user, heavy Mac user. Okay, and to understand me, you understand that I do all my edits on MacBook. Even if I use third-party methods, I still learn it. Lightroom, use on MacBook. And I'm not able to use the simplicity of this phone. And that leads me to number three. There is no simplicity of this phone. This phone is not simplistic at all. There's a lot of people that say they don't like the phone because of this. I don't care about things like this, small things that the wobble, shake, all that. I don't care about those type of things. I don't know how this phone was supposed to operate when it comes to simplicity, but it is not simple. I find myself when I open it, I'll show you guys real quick, and very janky, very janky. So let's say I'm gonna go to a message here. All right, so let's say we have a Gemini message. All this information is here. You have both sides of it. You have you can scroll to see your messages, what you want to answer, and it'll pop up here. So basically multitasking to the wazoo. And I want to write something really fast. Let's write something really fast. There it is. It happened on the first try. I want to show you guys again. What happened on the first try? Boom. Right there. That button is right here, and I kid you not, to have it here versus here is like, obviously, I assume with Samsung, they have a very good interface to change things to your liking and make, you know, basically adjust everything. When you get a phone, reason number three, I'm not even going to talk about it. Reason number three, very janky. I feel like they rushed this phone. I feel like this was pushed out just to keep up with competitors. I don't feel like this was a well thought out planned phone. I think that aside from the remake, the design factor, I think the UI system definitely needs some work and some tweaks. People will complain about stylus pen. I don't care about stuff like that. That's a small thing. So there's three big major things that people are still complaining about. The crease is one. It's still there, but it's very faint. You don't see it as much. And obviously when you put it in, like, and you open the screen, boom, it's gone, right? Like, and I even, like, in my visual standpoint, it's gone. That's one thing I will not say that they have falsely advertised. Now, if you aim it towards the light a certain way, you know, maybe you'll see it, but even then it'll be a hard time. However, it's still there. You can feel it very, very, very faintly. So it doesn't give you any, it doesn't really like move your finger. Like you can move your finger, you'll barely feel the dent because it feels like it's supported by a lot of things in there for the hinge. So the hinge is not a problem. And I'm gonna tell you why the hinge is not a problem, because I also ordered the Oppo N5, I don't know the name of it, but the Oppo, yes. I made the mistake by ordering it just because, one, I am not ready for a different ecosystem. And Samsung was an ecosystem that I was heavily into, just the phone variant. But since I started utilizing my Apple Watch, since I started utilizing my MacBook, especially with edits and stuff like that, I've always been with a MacBook, but I used to have Samsung. I used to be heavy on Samsung. And I switched to Apple because I was like, you know, Samsung doesn't have new innovative things right now. They have the same thing. They're not trying. And everybody said that. They were not trying with these folds. They were not trying with the flips. They were not trying even with their Galaxy line. So the Galaxy 2020 was S24. Geez. Okay, let's pause the video real quick. Talking to you guys with the Z Fold 7. The Galaxy S24, all the Galaxy S lines that did come out were innovative enough to use. That means optimization of the apps were working, and it kept me into that line. I remember it was like the little side swipe where it had like, you know, the screen was curved. I don't know if you guys remember that, but there was a phone that had the screen curved on both sides, and then you kind of had like a little multitasking menu on the side. That was a pretty cool concept. And again, they were trying there, and the apps worked and were optimized for it. I don't think any Z Fold works with all the apps that it brings, right? Like my YouTube has been acting funny. My Tesla app has been acting funny. All these apps at the full screen mode has not been optimized with double-sided, you know what I mean? Like just having it open for the fold, unfolded, it doesn't all work as it should or as intended. So the optimization to me is really off. And I don't think that that's a good thing. And as I'm using it and I'm utilizing it right now, I'm noticing more and more and more and more how janky it is. And I wish that it would be a lot better. So I wanted to input this part into this video because, again, the optimization of this phone, $2,000 phone, should be a lot better. And the price does not justify how the performance is. Well, once you get in the apps, once you get on Instagram, once you get insert in apps, it works amazing. It's a beautiful display. It's big, it's vibrant, it's bright, knits, all that. But the problem is the optimization for all the apps in whole. So I use Tesla, I use Uber, I use Chase, Capital One, and Uber is janky. Tesla is janky. YouTube sometimes is janky. Instagram works pretty good. It works really good, actually, not pretty good. It works really good for the form factor. It fits it in the unfolded form factor. What else? Messaging doesn't really fit in the form factor. It messes up, as you guys saw earlier in my demonstration. Like if I'm pressing the space bar, there's no way of moving those three buttons, those three layout buttons to the middle where it's not near the space bar when you have to space a word from another word. You know what I mean? So that's the problem I'm having with this phone. So just wanted to put this in here. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. It's been that long. The Galaxy S24 right now is their best phone. I don't think this is their best phone. I think the Galaxy S24 is the best phone with the stylus pen, with the nice, just the brick of the phone, right? Now, the usability of this, number 4, recent number 4, okay? There's gonna be a lot of edits in this video, so please bear with me. I'm all over the place, but this is exactly how this phone is. That's number 4. Everything's all over the place. It's like you're grasping at straws. This UI, that UI, Bixby, Android AI, It's too much. It's too much. You have to use so much brain power just to own this phone. And I do not like that at all. Not 1 second. I don't want to use my brain power. When you have your phone, you just want to get to your point and do what you got to do on your phone and then close your phone. I understand that this is for like people that want to fiddle around with things and apps and move things around. You need to be touching things, and like this is really good for you guys. But I'm pretty sure video games, I have not tried video games yet, but I'm pretty sure video games is amazing. Vibrant screen, again, nothing wrong with the visual aesthetics of the phone. I think that the visual part, which is this, what you use, and I don't think people are going to utilize this as much as they think. When you're scrolling through at night, you know, and you're scrolling through Instagram, very good for Instagram. However, it's the same size as my Apple. This is exactly the amount of real estate that it takes up on the phone, if that, right? It doesn't even take that much. Actually, it does. It takes exactly that. So my Pro Max taking up the exact ratio of what it is. If you watch a video on YouTube, guess what? It's the same ratio. It doesn't change. Nothing changes as far as that goes. But there is a nice little pinch to zoom, and you fit on the screen. And I'm going to show you an example of that. So this is your aspect ratio. When you turn it this way, it gets a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. But if you look, how my iPhone will cover it completely. So you can't utilize this whole screen. However, there is a way that you can do this, but then now you lose so much of the real estate. Now you get like more of a middle factor, right? All right, let's pause him just so we can show you, because he's moving a lot. But boom, you see how he cuts off, right? See how he cuts off right there? Show you guys. And then see that? So there is an aspect ratio that is doable for this side. You can see everything here if you do it, but you cannot broaden the screen on Instagram. You cannot broaden the screen on like Reels or anything like that. You have to watch full videos in order to get it to this. And by that point, you don't really want to use it like this anymore. Instead, you would want to use what you have here is a MacBook ratio, right? If you want to get that big of a screen, that's what you want to get to. So again, that's when I realized, okay, this phone doesn't serve a purpose for me. I don't need this phone. I just wanted it because of the hype, right? The hype was real. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Like, look at this. What is the sense of this, right? I guess for one-handed users, like I don't get what they do. I think they just throw as much as they can. And this is always my problem with Samsung. I always wanted to keep a Samsung because I think they were innovative. To have stylus pens, cameras was always better than Apple, in my opinion. And just the, again, design of the phone was always better. But then they just kind of ruin it when it comes to this type of stuff. And usability should not be as difficult. This is a hard phone to use. And for those that want to use it, go right ahead. I'm not going to sit here and talk you out of it. I'm just giving you my experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Please comment below any questions you may have. I think I answered everything. The look, design, crease, usability, ecosystem. I think all these were mentioned in this video, and I hope you guys find some answers that you're looking for. I'm not a long-time Apple user. I want to get you guys an understanding of why I'm making this video. I'm actually a vivid Samsung user. I've only been an Apple since the 14 came out, and before that I was all Samsung, Ultra, everything. I was always Samsung, and I came back to Samsung for this, but this is not worth it. Peace. So your usability is trash, man. Like, I don't want to hold this phone anymore. I'm in pain right now holding it, and I'm trying to open it up. And let's see. Now, I'm not supposed to go down here, which I'm used to pressing. I'm supposed to actually go right here. Let me show you. I'm supposed to be above it, right? And then look. Sometimes it's janky. My face detection. Come on. Give me my face detection. Look at that. Look at that. Face not detected. I'm holding it. Now, if I hold it in the light, look at this. Look at this. I'm trying to show you guys, so sorry. Look, it unlocks. It unlocks. And you probably can't see that well, but I have to be in light. When Apple doesn't do that, it doesn't give you that issue. It just opens up, bro. Like the face you're detected. In nighttime, you can open up your phone or the Apple. In the daytime, doesn't matter if it's bright out, if it's raining out, you're gonna see yourself. You're gonna see yourself through your camera. This is a 12 megapixel camera. I don't know what the Apple has on there, but with my Apple, I always was able to open my phone. I was able to unlock my cards with the visual. I was able to do a face recognizing for like my apps, anything. Like if I wanted to download an app, I would just face recognize and boom, it's done. Samsung, you gotta do better with your interface. Android is obvious not to play. And I'm talking about an avid Android user back in the day, and I'm talking about 2-3 years ago maybe, when the Apple 14 came out. That's when I switched. I didn't like the Apple ecosystem until I got my hands on the Apple phone again, and I was like, yo, my life is more simple now. Alright guys, I'm sorry. This is the second part, like an extended part of the video, and I should never have ever done this. I should never even talked about it. I just picked the phone up and I felt like, ugh, I gotta work again, you know what I mean? So I don't want a phone that I feel like I gotta work on, and I don't think you should have one either. I think you should have a phone that makes you want to use it, right? But I will say hands down, when it comes to like once you're in the apps and you get into the place that you need to get into with this phone, oh my God, is it amazing? I wanted to do this before we get off here. I just wanted to show you guys. So I gotta go into the light. We know we gotta do this. Boom. Right, and I wanted to, sorry, it's open now, and I wanted to close my lights, and earlier it was giving me a little bit of issues, so let's see if it works now. Okay, so my Elgato light, that's that. Oh, and I don't like this, right? There's no disconnect between the lights. For some reason, it keeps it as a pair, and it's not supposed to do that. This one is a one light, that's another light. So somehow again, Apple did not do this. This is what I'm trying to say. So somehow it just paired them up. So that closes that light. And so far it's so good, but aside from that little part, so a lot of the apps are real janky. I don't know why. Let's see. This one, I think it's this one over there. There you go, light off. And then for the finale, we have this one. See you guys later.